Yo, YouTube! Today we're gonna be taking a look at my boy Shedinja over here. Now this guy right here, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. HP. He's got 1 HP. Alright, yeah, 1 HP. But this thing right here, this ability right here, Wonder Guard. It's beautiful. Honestly, it's probably one of the best abilities in the game. It's beautiful. Now basically, he can only be hit by 5 types because of this, and your indirect damage such as your sandstorm, your hail, and toxic will-o-wisp, whatever. You know, he gets a burn, he gets poisoned, he's gonna die. But he can only be hit by flying, rock, fire, ghost, and dark. Because he can only be hit by super effective damage because of the Wonder Guard. So that's all he really has to worry about. So if you switch into a Pokemon that doesn't have one of those 5 type moves, or say it doesn't have a way to burn you or poison you or sandstorm or hail, then you're good. They're gonna have to switch out. They can't do anything. They can't touch you. You're invincible. So obviously, when you want to EV train him, you obviously want to put everything in HP so that way he still has 1 HP, and you don't want to do that. That was a joke. What you want to do is put it all in attack and just all in speed, because his defenses don't matter, because he's only got 1 HP. He gets hit by one thing, he's done. And his special attack, it's not really anything worth noting. So just go with attack, speed. You're not going to outspeed a whole lot of things because of his speed, but I mean, you might as well put it in there. And with your 4 extra points, might as well just put it in specialty. And if you really want to make him perfect, take that defensive IV, just make it a 0, because what you're going to do there is not going to help you or hurt you either way, because you got 1 HP. Don't matter. What's going to happen here is Pokemon with download ability, when they switch into you, they're going to get an attack boost instead of a special attack boost. And most of the time they want the special attack boost. Now that's super situational and it'll probably never come in handy, but on the off chance that it does, you're good. You're good to go. You got it covered. Now on for the moveset. What you want to do here is, well, he's really actually very versatile. You can go a lot of different ways here. But a typical thing, you like to run Protect on him. And you want to spell it right. Or just click down here. That'll save me the trouble. Protect, no matter if you're in doubles or singles or whatever, it's good to run Protect so you can scout out to see if they have a move that can hit you super effective. And then if they don't, then you're good. You can go to town, because they're going to use their super effective move on your first turn anyways to kill you. So if you Protect, you can save yourself from getting hit by a super effective move or just whatever, and you can obviously see that they don't have one if they don't use one on you, and then you're good to go. You can just start doing whatever you want with Shedinja. Now on a second move slot, a lot of people like to run X-Scissor. You get your stab. It's a strong move. It's 80 base power, 100 accuracy. You can't go wrong with it. And on the third slot, you want to go with this other stab option, which I like to go with Shadow Sneak because you get priority on that. You can X Scizor and then finish them off with a Shadow Sneak. You can do whatever. You can just, if they're weak enough, you can just finish them off with a Shadow Sneak because, I mean, he's got 90 base attack. It's nothing to sneeze at. And, alright, now what I forgot to mention earlier, I should have done this. Obviously, you give him a nature because that's going to help. Now on his nature, I mean, you can give him adamant, but I prefer to go with lonely because it's going to minus his defense just so you make sure that the Pokemon with download, they get their attack instead of their special attack boost, because most of the time, like I said, they normally want the special attack instead. Now with Genesect, he can run extreme speed and he'll still get his attack boost off that, and he'll be good with that. Genesect, it really doesn't matter because he can special attack, he can attack, he's Genesect, he does whatever. But typically, when you're looking at Porygons and their family, they want the special attack. They don't really run attack. So now that I've corrected that oversight that forgot to put in that nature because I'm dumb and forgetful, we can go back to the fourth move slot. Now on the fourth move slot, you typically want to run status or status affliction or something on them. I like to go with Will-O-Wisp. It burns them. It just ruins their physical attackers' days. You know, have their attack. You know, just cripples them, and they don't like it typically. But if you really want, you can go with Toxic. Toxic will kill stuff faster. It'll get rid of their walls easier. You know, barring that they're not steel or poison types, obviously. But you can go with Toxic. It's fine. Now, up here with Protect, you don't always have to run Protect because you got tons of options with Shedinja here. You can replace it with Swords Dance if you really want to. And you can Swords Dance. If you know they don't have a move to hit you with, they're going to switch out. You might as well take the turn to set yourself up, get a Swords Dance. It's free if they're switching out. You can also, instead of running it in the place of Protect, you can run Swords Dance down here and keep your Protect. So that way, you miss the X Scissor, but you still got a chance to set up and whatnot. So, I mean, that's always an option. And Shedinja, he doesn't need to have that physical stab, but it helps. Honestly, it's just whatever your preference. I mean, Shadow Sneak's still nice, you still get priority. You know, it's good. Also, on Protect, if you want to keep the Swords Dance, you can switch it out for Baton Pass, and you can be a Baton Passer. Now, obviously, it's going to be a lot more difficult with Shedinja because he's got 1 HP. It's harder for him to set up. But, you know, you can do it. It's not impossible. Especially, you can set up a Swords Dance, and then if they switch something in that you know you can outspeed, you can Baton Pass out and give that Swords Dance to someone else who can make better use of it. Or if they're dumb and stay in without a move that can hit you, then you can Swords Dance and then Baton Pass out. You know, it's a thing you can do. Heal Block's also an option, because I mean, it'll prevent them from healing. If they got a Wish, someone with Wish who's healing their team, or if they got a Chansey with Soft Boiled, you know, they're doing stuff like that. Just Heal Block, and they can't heal no more. Now, back to the second move slot after I misspelled Protect for the second time. Swords Dance really isn't the only option, or Swords Dance and X's aren't the only two options there. If you want to be more annoying, you can go with Confuse Ray. I mean, you got 100 accuracy, it's a It's guaranteed confusion. Or if you really want, you can hit them up with a swagger. That'll boost their attack and confuse them. Now you only got 90 accuracy, and 90% most of the time, yeah, it's gonna hit. But, you know, it might miss every now and then. But basically, it'll raise their attack by 2, which it's risky because they'll hit you back harder, but if they hit themselves in confusion, then they'll hit themselves even harder. They'll take more damage from hitting themselves in confusion with that attack boost. So it's risky, but you know, it can pay off a lot of the time. Now another thing on a Shadow Sneak. Shadow Sneak is not the only option here. He can run Shadow Claw if you don't care about priority there. And it's good physical ghost type move. It's got a higher critical hit ratio, which I mean, that's not why you're running it. You're running it because it's one of the stronger, ghost type physical moves out there. There's not a whole lot of ghost type physical moves either, but it's one of the better options. But on the other hand, there's Phantom Force. Now this is a good move. It's a really good move. And Shedinja's got access to this in Gen 6. So it's new for him, but it's good. It's stronger than Shadow Claw, but it takes 2 turns. It's like Fly, Dig, you know, whatever. You disappear, and then you hit him. It goes through Protect. I think it might go through Substitutes. Don't quote me on that, but I think it does. And also when it hits their Protect, it not only hits them through the Protect, but it like negates it all together. So if you're in a double battle, your other Pokemon can then hit them despite whatever move they're using, because it breaks their Protect and it's done with. Now this is good because I mean, not only, you know, it's stronger, it's, you know, hits them harder, but that whole, it takes 2 turns, you would think it'd be a bad thing, but honestly, if you're with Toxic or Will-O-Wisp, you're invulnerable. Yeah, you're invincible on the turn that you disappear, that you're setting up. So they can't do anything to you, so they'll take some residual damage from Toxic or Will-O-Wisp, whatever you used on them. And so they'll take some more damage, and then you'll hit them with the 90 base power, you know. It's just an all-around good time for Shedinja. Now on to the items. The items, you basically got 3 choices, and one of the choices isn't going to help you a whole lot. You got the classic Focus Sash, which is honestly what I prefer. It lets you survive a hit. So you basically got 2 lives. I mean, you're going to be getting 1 shot by whatever, but this will save you from the first shot, and then the second shots is what's going to kill you. So you can save yourself, you know. You can use this you can use this and use a Swords Dance on your first turn, and then proceed to hit them back with the Shadow Sneak or something. I don't know. I mean, it's just good to keep you alive. It saves you. Now, on the other hand, you can run Lumberry, because this is going to save you when you get poisoned, you get burned. Well, that's all it's going to save you from, poison or burn. And it's going to save your life, because normally at the end of the turn, you're going to get hit by poison, you're going to get hit by the burn, and you're going to die, because he's got 1 HP. Doesn't matter how much damage it does, you're dead. And Focus Sash isn't going to save you from things like burn or poison. It only saves you from getting hit by a move. It's not going to save you from any of the statuses. Now, the third option here is something that it doesn't come in handy a whole lot, but safety goggles. It'll protect you from not only hail and sand, but also from like spore and powder moves. Like poison powder will not be able to poison you. Sleep powder won't put you to sleep. Stun spore, you're not going to be paralyzed. And the whole sleep and paralysis, he doesn't, I mean, obviously he worries about it because you don't want to be paralyzed or asleep, but it's not going to straight up kill you like a burn or poison would. But, you know, it's good to have, and it saves you from hail and sandstorm too. So that's always an option. And honestly, that about does it for Shedinja. You know, you can, he's got a lot of options to run on him, and overall, despite having 1 HP, he works relatively well. Like, he's a good Pokemon. And me and him, we go way back. Definitely gave me a surprise when he popped up in my party out of nowhere on Emerald version. And now he has an Absorb Pulp for some reason. I'll just put that back to a Focus Sash. But yeah, he's a good Pokemon. So if you like this video, be sure to comment, rate it, subscribe if you want. It would really help me out. And be sure to leave a comment about what Pokemon you'd like to see me do next. I mean, I'll take suggestions. You guys just leave a comment, your favorite Pokemon or whatever. And if a lot of people choose the same one, I might just do it. Alright, see you guys next time. Later.